What's the word? What's the word? What's up? What's up? What's going on with y'all? Let's get myself together. Put my clothes, you know? I have my clothes real quick. I love sweats. Give me a good pair of sweats and I'm alright. Give me a good pair of sweats and I'm okay. You know, it's a regular guy, man. Oh shit, pop the fucking hood. I'm a regular guy. Give me some good sweats. What is it? What is it? Plugged in for a second. Gotta do that over. Get that over. I wasn't plugged in good enough. Have to do that over. That's feeling good. Alright, here we go. Here we go. It wasn't even plugged in the whole time. Okay, we're gonna hit that. One more again. One more again. Hit that like button. Hit that like. Let's get those likes up. What's up, y'all? Where y'all from? What's going on? Who in the building? Who in the building? It's good. The good folks of YouTube, what's going on with y'all? Uh, what's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, chat? What's up with y'all? I'm gonna get on camera in a second. What's up, chat? I see y'all coming into the building. I see y'all coming into the building. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Salutations to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Kavion. Getting myself together. You know what I'm saying? Skill was good. Appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all already know what it is, man. Appreciation for seeing another day in the land of the living. We in the land of the living, and we're here to see another day. Yo, Tommy, what's up, man? How you doing, Tommy? Salute to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year, definitely, man. You know, I think today makes a week that we into the new year. I think today is officially the first week of the new year, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, we trying to keep that same energy, bro. Like, you know, like whatever your goals was, don't give up on it. You know, whatever your goals is, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? This life right here is a war. This life right here is a war. Everybody that's living, you have to go through war. That's what life is. Life ain't going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? If it was easy, then everybody would figure it out. You know, but, you know, we here every day we striving, man, to be great. You know what I'm saying? I strive to be great, and I push others to be great. You know what I'm saying? Especially my mods. Mod gang know what it is. You know, I try to keep my mods on top of the game. You know, like one of my mods love to cook. So, you know what? And I be pressing them. Yo, start your food channel. Do this, do this. You know, one of my mods is Lil Bro. So I be stressing Lil Bro. Yo, keep banging on your channel. You know, you got a little fan base, you know what I'm saying? Blow up your so. I push those around me to be great. You know, as I want people to push me to be great. Because if you ain't pushing me, if you ain't helping me strive to be great, you're wasting my time. Like, what are we here for? You know, we're put here to be great, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? So I push everybody around me. Every day I wake up, it's another fight. You know, it's another fight on the 24th. It's another fight to survive. It's another fight to learn. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we here. You know, we here to learn and strive and persevere through all the errors, you know? So I don't get caught up in all the politics, but I pay attention to the politics. You know, I'm gonna say that again. I don't get caught up in the politics, but I pay attention to the politics, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention and just persevere through all the errors. Persevere through all the errors, man. You already know what it is, man. It's currently like, you know, it's like 9 o'clock where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? So, you know. Yeah, man. So greatness, that's all I want, bro. That's all I want in my life. I strive to be great, bro. That's all on the wake up. Sit 24 on the wake up, bro. I strive for perfection. Shout out to Club Perfection. I like your direction. You know, like a lot of people is not gonna make it in YouTube. A lot of people ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? Every day we gotta strive, bro. Oh, you feeding the algorithm every day? Every day, bro, I'm striving to be great. Take a seat, relax. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all, man. As y'all come into the building, y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Shout out to Club Perfection. I like your direction. I'm just, just thinking, man. Just thinking, man. It's game, you heard? Y'all know what it is, man. Channel is open. We running up the algorithm about this time. Like I usually go live a little bit earlier, but you know, you gotta switch up. You gotta switch up, you know. Them alerts going through. Shout out to Club Perfection. I like your direction. Shout out to Club Perfection. I like your direction. Top of the morning, top of the morning. We here. We here. We here. Top of the morning, y'all. It's another one. Another day on the YouTube streets. Another day on the YouTube streets. We here. Another day on the YouTube streets. What's up? Salutations, y'all. Oh, get old. It's a part of life, man. Part of life is getting old, man. Getting old. Still young at heart, though. Man. I don't even know what that Shout out to Club Perfection. I like your direction. Let's get those likes up, y'all. Let me know who in the building. What's up? Who in the building with your boy? Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. I'm trying to see what's on the what they got out here. Right? Here's that upgraded. What's up, Randall? Randall Smith. What's up, man? What's going on, y'all? As y'all come into the building, introduce yourself. What's going on, Randall? How's life, man? On your side of the world. You know, wherever you are in the world, how's life treating you, man? They say life is what you make it. So we gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all. It's good, definitely, man. Good vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes. We here. We in the land of the living. Don't forget that, man. Communication is a very important thing, man. Don't ever take communication for granted. Communicate is very important. As long as you're in the land of the living, we're going to communicate. We're going to build. You're either going to build or destroy. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all building or y'all destroying? Me on my side, I'm trying to build, you know. Going against the grain, it's not a popular thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people destroy you to build themselves up. You know what I'm saying? So, once you take a different approach, you know, you on some a whole different type of thinking. You on a whole different peaceful mind thinking, bro. You know, you really get to see people for who they are. You get to see people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people really show their true intentions, especially when money's involved. You know, like people don't show their intentions when they broke, because they broke. They gonna play their part. The minute they get rich or they get a lot of money, you know, their persona is magnified times 10. You really get to see people for who they are. Just give them some money. They gonna act the way. Yo, what's up? What's up, Melissa? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was taught you gotta change when you're broke. That's when you change up your mind frame and all of that. And when you get the money, you know what I mean, you already fixed up. Your mind is already right. I got my mind right, money right. You get your mind right first. Then your money. You know, it's not your money, then your mind. Because when you got the money, you in the game, baby. We in the game of life. So I got my mind right, money right, ready for war. Man, bleak is murder. Mind right, then your money. And then you could have money, power, and respect is the key to life. Money, power, respect. So, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, man. You know, we just on this path, man. We on the path to greatness. It might take us our whole life. It might take us 20 years, but we're going to get where we need to be. Because you got to envision the end goal. Is y'all envisioning the end goal? You know, you got to see you at the finish line. You know, you got to see yourself with everything you envision, bro. You got to see the end result. Is y'all seeing the end result? If not, then you know what I'm saying? You got to work harder, man. Money, power, respect is the key to life. Money, power, respect is what you need in life. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all, man. You know, well, like what I'm seeing is devastation on the news timeline. You know, the year just started, and a lot of people are losing their lives already. A lot of people losing their life, bro. Like no matter what year it is, you know, the cycle of death still continues, man. Always continue. So I try to step away from, from all of that madness in the world, bro. Try to, that's how I preserve my life, man. Self-preservation is a wise man trait. You know what I mean? It's a wise man trait. Self-preservation. You heard? Preserve self. Preserve self, man. It's a wise man trait, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. What's good with y'all, man? What y'all on today, man? What y'all got plans for today? What's your plans? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's a, a small step, make sure you're always chasing your goals, man. Your passions, your dreams. Even if it's a tiny step, guess what? It's a step in the right direction to chasing your passions, bro. Cause whatever you do and it don't feel like work and you get paid for it, you're chasing your dreams. Whatever you do and you do it well and you can get paid for it and it don't feel like work, you're in the right direction. The minute it feels like work, you know what I'm saying? That's when you gotta think harder, you gotta do harder, you know what I'm saying? Gotta work harder. Me, I like to edit. So like when I get into the editing format, get into my editing zone, I could edit for hours and it'll feel like 10 minutes. Like I just be in the zone of editing. I like to edit, I like to do multi, you know what I'm saying? And it never feels like work. So whatever you do, it don't feel like work, it don't feel strenuous. You are chasing your passions. That's what we on this planet for, bro. Because we all got dreams. We all got goals, bro. And a lot of people, they put their goals and their dreams to the side, to make their boss rich, to fund their boss's dreams. So I got a question for you. When are you gonna fund your dreams? When are you gonna fund your goals? You know what I'm saying? Time is ticking. Like the sand in the hourglass. These are the days of our times. Like sand in the hourglass. The hourglass, when you turn it upside down, even though the sand is moving slow, it's still moving. It's always moving until, it's over. And that's life. Like the sand is like the seconds. Like every second of life. It's like the sand in the hourglass. You know what I mean? So we gotta understand. I'm here to inspire anybody, bro, that come to my channel. I'm here to engage. I'm here to teach. Here to do everything, man. And that's what I get. You know. It makes me feel good, man. It makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like I'm chasing my goals, man. I'm chasing my dreams. That's what I want to do. Bobby, I got places to go, got people to see. Penitentiary ain't the place for me. Y'all come into the room. Y'all come into the stream. Y'all come into the room. Y'all let me know what it is. It's your boy Cave. I'm here. KTV is live and direct. You in the flesh with Cave. I'm in the building. Oh, I'm here. It's kind of warm today in New York City. That's a good thing, man. These past 2 days was kind of cold. So we got a little break as far as weather-wise, you know what I'm saying? I take it. I take any kind of relief, man. So we got a little break. It is what it is. Yeah. Just too much going on out there. Yeah. That's what they talking. I got places to go, got people to see. Penitentiary ain't the place for me. Warning you, don't tempt me. What's good, y'all? What's rocking? What's rocking, man? Hello, world. You are now tuned into my little part of this globe, of this earth. You're not tuned into my little section of it. You know what I'm saying? You're free to comment. You're free to, you know, chop it up. Free to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You're in my little section of the world. KTV is now in your world. KTV is now in your world. I don't even know what I'm going to eat today, man. I don't know what I'm going to eat today. Got to figure that out. That's the main important thing right now. Figure out what's for dinner, man. You know what I'm saying? I still got some leftovers, but you know that leftover is gonna be done any second. So now I gotta figure out. I figure out what's for dinner. Gotta figure out what's for dinner. What's up, man? What's going on? What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing? What's up, John? What up, Bobby? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? A lot of new people. What's up, new people? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to KTV. I am your host, the host with the most. Welcome to my channel, man. Appreciate y'all for being here. Like, I don't know how y'all got here, but I appreciate y'all for coming here. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, subscribe button. Let me know where y'all from, what's going on. Shout out to John in the building. Yo, shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you. Definitely. You know? I'm from New York. Stationed out here in New York. I've been YouTubing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You might be new to the channel cause I never seen you before. So a lot of y'all be new, and I never seen y'all. So just a little gist of me. I like to do live streams. I like to do shorts. I like to do uploads. I like to do everything, and I think you'll find something of mine that you'll like. That's why variety is the spice of life. Because you might not like this, but you might like that. Or you might not like that, but you like this. That's why I give y'all options. And I never put myself in one box. I hate when YouTubers just stick to one particular piece of content. Now, you typecast yourself into that. Because now that's all people expect to see is you talking about this one specific content. And that's all they're going to know you for. I don't want to be that way. Like I'm trying to get audience from everywhere, from cooking, from gaming, from just going live, from lottery, from music, from reviews of food. So I'm trying to catch multiple buckets or multiple drops with one bucket instead of catching one drop, one piece of content. I like to catch multiple content, multiple piece of content. Never typecast yourself, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, John. Appreciate y'all for coming into the building, man, coming into my world. You know, it's good folk, man. I'm good folk. You know, I'm kind-hearted. I have to change my ways, change my thinking. I have to clean up my image, clean up. You know what I mean? So what you're seeing is the new me. Like all of this is a new education. So like a lot of people hate that. They hate to see growth. A lot of people hate to see you grow. You know why? Because they stuck at one spot. So they try to pull you down, because you elevating past them and they don't like it. They want to pull you down. People hate to see growth. They might say, oh, you changed. You changed. Of course, you're supposed to change. You can't stay the same. But as long as you change for the better, that's all that matters, bro. As long as you change for the better. Not change for the worse. Nah, change for the better, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. We here to change for the better, do better, inspire, right my wrongs. Because we all did wrong. We was all kids doing stupid stuff. But as you get older, you want to right that wrong. But a lot of y'all get older and y'all continue that cycle, man. That cycle. That revolving door, bro. You gotta, you gotta take a stand. And it starts with thinking, bro. You gotta change your thinking. It all starts with the mind, bro. The mind is a powerful thing. But it also say a mind is a terrible thing to waste. You know what I'm saying? So You gotta understand, if it's a powerful thing, it's a terrible thing to waste. You can't waste it, bro. You know. So, appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. I cover all type of topics, man. Like I don't care for the views, because when I do something I love, like I don't do it for the instant gratification. That instant gratification is what a lot of y'all do it for. You know what I'm saying? That instant gratification. Yo, what's up, John? What you want to ask me? You can ask me whatever you want. Yeah, but I don't do it for the instant gratification, man. I get it from the mud. Like even when I was at my lowest, I always had that mind frame. Get it out the mud. It's gonna get better tomorrow. Just stick in there. Just hang in there. You're gonna figure it out. You're smart enough to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, like I'm not gonna try to be a gamer. I will be a gamer, but I'm waiting on my PC because I'm about to get a whole PC. I'll be gaming from the PC because I got the PS5 right here. I got the PlayStation. I got the PlayStation, PS5, but I'm trying to step it up. I'm trying to step it up. I'm definitely going to be gaming. That's a whole nother avenue. Gaming is a whole nother avenue of people, but I want to do PC this time around. So when y'all really see me get back into the gaming aspect, it's going to be from the PC. You dig what I'm saying? So you already know. You already know, John. So gaming is definitely there. All of that. Like I'm not trying to miss no avenues. You know what I'm saying? Content is king. You never forget that, y'all. Content is king. You know what I'm saying? And king is content. So the more, you could cover all kind of chapters, you know what I'm saying? You get views from all different avenues. That's how you grow your channel. That's how you grow your channel, bro. Like, that's why we here. So that gaming aspect, if one person asks, that means 100 people want that. If 2 people ask, that means 200 people want it. So, as long as one person asks, I know 100 people want it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to think. It's a supply there. So you got to, like it's a demand there, I should say. It's a demand there. So you got to supply the demand. You do what I'm saying? Come on, man. We in the building. What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Y'all got Cave in the building. I'm with y'all. Y'all with me? Hello, world. What's going on? What's going on, world? You already know what it is, man. Welcome back, my guy. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. But, because I'm just checking my YouTubes and I seen a post or like a video that says GTA might be delayed till 2027. Like, that's no surprise to me. That's no surprise to me if they delay that game. It's no surprise. Like I'm not surprised at nothing at this point. I keep my expectation low so I won't be, disappointed. That's one thing I learned with products. Keep your expectation low and you won't be disappointed. You know what I mean? You go into this, you know what I mean? You got to keep your expectation low, man. San Andreas for free. Like, I don't know how you do that. What you on PC? If it's PC, and I think you call it that pirate. Console, some cheat code. Buffalo Bills, beef jerky. Nah, mobile. Nah, I don't trust that. Hell no, them things got viruses. Like, I don't trust no mobile games, bro. Nah, I'm good. Appreciate you, though. Go to what? Nah, I'm good, John. Like, I don't know who sent you. Who sent you, John? John trying to get me. Trying to get me? Eh, nah, I'm good. You enjoy it. You enjoy your time. You know, I'm alright. I'm waiting for this PC to pop into my life. When I get this PC, we taking it to another level, man. You know, I'm gonna really do some crazy edits. You know, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just step it up, man. 2026, we stepping it up. 2026, we just gonna, solidify it, man. Go harder than before. 2026, man. Every day, we moving closer, man. That's something, bro. You know what I'm saying? We still here. Appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. Appreciate you, John. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all coming in and out. You already know, man. What that does, it helps the algorithm. It feeds the algorithm. So we feeding the algorithm right now. The minute I feel the algorithm is hungry again, I go live. I might drop an upload, but your channel is like a TV network. And people are tuned in at a certain time because they expect you to upload at a certain time. So when you don't upload and you do all this and you lose mad subscribers, bro. So like, right now I'm in the process of gaining, I probably gain over in 2 months. I probably gain over 500 subscribers and counting. 500 new subscribers. You dig what I'm saying? It might be small to a big streamer who doing that, but get it out the mud. Like I don't compare myself to nobody. I just do what I gotta do. What works for me might not work for you. And what works for you might not work for me. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta figure out my way and add my little twist and my little, you know what I'm saying? Do my little thing. For real, for real. So I got over like 500 new subscribers and all that. And I appreciate all of y'all, man. I'm very grateful for the little things and I'm very grateful for the big things. You know what I mean? That's how you maneuver through this life, bro. You gotta be grateful and humble. You know what I'm saying? You gotta thank the doorman. Like, like even though you got millions, you still gotta be humble to the people that's under you, to the people above you, and to the people on your level. All across the board, man. So when you come in here, you on my platform, you gonna get, you ain't gonna get no cussing, nothing crazy, bro. I'm saying because, I had to clean up my image, bro, to get that money. And that's how it is in everything, bro. Like if you want your song to play on the radio, guess what? We gotta clean it up. Because now we in the professional leagues. This is all professional, baby. So I gotta clean it up to be professional. So here I am, 2026. The journey started in 2025. No, 2024, actually. December 2024 was when I got the notification, you know what I'm saying, that all my hard work paid off. my projection date was January. So I got it a month earlier. And once I got it, I still had to learn. I still had to fill out mad paperwork. I still had to do this. I still had to, so like I wasn't even in the clear yet. So I'm learning OJT. I'm under job training. So I'm learning, okay, I gotta send this out. Then I gotta wait for them to send me this. And when they send me this, I gotta link this to this. And I gotta link that to that. Okay. Oh damn, I gotta wait for this. So waiting is also in the plate of greatness. You gotta wait for greatness, because that also builds discipline. So I gotta discipline myself into waiting for what I want. You know, anxious. You gotta cure your, that anxious thing that's inside of you. You gotta cure that. You can't be too anxious. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, John. You can't be too anxious. You gotta be confident. So I was waiting. Then, I got the good news. You're definitely, man. You see me later. Definitely. So my waiting, my hard work, it paid off. It paid off. You dig what I'm saying? I gotta go out. Definitely. Enjoy your day. It's a beautiful day out here. It's a beautiful day in New York City. Even though it's the top of January, and January tend to be blistering cold. February is brutal in New York City. You don't want to feel a New York City winter. February, you're gonna feel it. March too. So go enjoy your day, man. Wherever you at. Some places in the world, it's summer every day. It's a beautiful day today. Even though it's January, some people still got t-shirts on outside. No, but over here we got thermals under the t-shirt. We wear our hoodies at the top of the year. So definitely, man, gotta go out, gotta do what you gotta do. That's what we're here for, man. Enjoy this planet that we on, bro. Cause one day we're gonna be off this planet. So enjoy it while you can. You know what I'm saying? Word up. So, I'm just here checking out what's going on the algorithm, my algorithm, seeing what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Man, Hefe, release. Great. Hakuna Matata. coat inside. Oh, this feels so good. Some coat, right? I don't care. As long as it keeps me warm, that's all I care about. Nice coat. Inside peanut butter, outside jelly. 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 Gotta make a move. Always busy. Gotta make a move, y'all. Gotta grease up the hair. Gotta get my hair done. Gotta get my hair done over. Grease it up real quick. Get my hair done. This is running low. I don't need too much. I don't need too much of that. Yo, what's up? What's up, Draco? What's going on, my guy? How you doing, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Shout out to Draco in the building. NTT. NTT Draco. What's good, my boy? Ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. You already know, man. So we could do, man. Get money, staying out the way, man. That's it. You know, I just switched up, man, my fashion, man. Like, you know, I just like, you know, like my stuff don't even gotta be name brand no more, man. You know, like I don't gotta wear the name brand stuff. Clothes don't make me. I make the clothes, you know what I'm saying? So I just be chilling, man. I'm just chilling. I'm in a whole different time, man. Right now, you know, feel good. Is that cold? Yeah, where you at? Yeah, you know where I'm at, New York City, man. It's about that winter time, you heard? So I don't know where you at in the world, but it's probably warm where you at. But where I'm at, we in the middle of winter. Yep, we're in the middle of winter right now. It's winter time where I'm at. You in Russia? Damn! My man said I'm in Russia. Shout out to Russia, man. He said I'm in Russia. Shout out to Russia. It's definitely colder than New York. You know, y'all some polar bears out there. You know, y'all some polar bears in Russia. Walking outside, y'all be in the ice cold water, all that stuff, man. I heard about y'all. Indians, so they come in without visas. Yeah. Don't let Trump hear that. Trump here they go without visas and all that. That's politics for you. That sucks, bro. That sucks, bro. I hear you. I hear you, man. That sucks, bro. Indians more than they took over. I got this classic sweater, bro. This is like some like lambskin. This is a classic sweater, lambskin. You know, like my style changed as I get older. So like I'm more vintage. You know, this is vintage KVon. Like this ain't bragging KVon or me being super fly. This is vintage. I'm vintage now. You know, I'm vintage. I'm dressing my age. You know what I'm saying? My pants don't sag. None of that. You know, I wear, well, like nothing too overly, you know. popular vintage stuff. That's my style. Yeah, vintage clothes. I love vintage things, bro. I don't like the Amaris and all of that. The Louis Vuitton. Like I might have a Louis Vuitton wallet. Don't get me wrong. I got the Louis wallet. I got the Louis wallet. And don't get me wrong. I got the Louis wallet and all that. But I'm not gonna wear the clothes. I might just use it to hold my money and my credit cards and all that. But as far as the clothes go, vintage style, super vintage. Got the Louis Vuitton, I seen like a I seen a Louis Vuitton luggage that looks like a airplane. Now, you ever seen that before? The Louis Vuitton airplane luggage, that costs $500,000. A bag costs $500,000. It is actually a model of an airplane. Crazy. $500,000 for that bag. It actually, there are bags out there that cost more than a house. There are bags out there that cost more than a car. Oh, the bootleg ones, don't forget. Like, how can you tell the difference? Like, that's why I don't care for it. Because how can you tell the fake from a bootleg? So if I'm going to buy something, I might as well buy the fake shit. Yo, Cool Waters, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Cool Waters in the building. So, like, I might as well buy the fake stuff. Like, I'm not going to spend all my money on fashion. I was that way, bro. Like, I spend so much money on clothes, bro. I changed up. Now, I shop at the thrift stores. Like, they got this store, in Bushwick. T-shirts. Everything is $8. All this stuff is, it's in good quality. $8. You could find some polos for $8 and all, but you gotta know where to shop. And I know where to go to buy the good stuff at a low price. Now, if I want to resell it, I can do that also, because this place has everything at least 80% off. And the stuff is donated to them. So they're allowed to do that. And they got women items. They got purses. They got ties. They got socks. They got everything you could think of. So when you buying clothes, bro, you got to know where to go. You got to know where to go, and how to spend your money. Circulate your money. You got to know what to do. Now, if it was 20 years ago, I'd have been draped in the most flyest gear 20 years ago. But now, I just want to be vintage. You know what I mean? Just vintage. Step out, really buy, luxury clothing. That's quiet. Same jogging pants, 80, come on, man. Nope. Exactly, bro. I could go to my location and get what I want for pennies on the dollar. That's why we do this, for pennies on the dollar. Most clothes are cheaper in USA, but in Russia, it's really expensive. Yeah, clothes are, clothes are expensive up here. But again, you got to know where to go to get the good stuff for a right price. It's who you know. In this world, it's who you know. You got to know the plugs. You got to know the ins and out. You got to be a local. So if I tap in to any other city, I got to tap in with the locals to know the know-hows. You know what I mean? And that's how but yeah, man. Like I switched up. I'm on a whole different time when it comes to the fashion. Like I really, I can't tell the last time I bought a pair of Jordans. Like Jordans is not for me. I will not ever spend my money on another pair of Jordans. Jordan make over 30 something million. No. Yeah, 30 something million a year off of refurbished sneakers. Jordan is a is the biggest scam ever, bro. I can't do Jordans, bro. He make over 30 something million a year selling refurbished sneakers. Come on, man. He said I bought a steel rollie for 7,000. Yeah, you got money, man. Yeah, that's expensive. That's very expensive. Yeah, well, exactly, bro. But yeah, that's expensive. You influence, you know what I mean? You let other people. That's the problem. That's a problem with the world. Everybody trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100. Everybody trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know, everybody trying to look fly because they want attention. You know, they want people to stare at their sneakers. You know, they want people to, compliment their sneakers. They want people to ask them, yo, where you got that from? And I did all of that. I did all of that like 20 years ago. You know, my sneakers were so custom made, you couldn't get these sneakers. You know, you had to make these sneakers. Everybody was asking me, yo, where you get those from? So I'm speaking from experience. That's why they do it. For for the attention. For the but that's nothing. I've been there. I elevated. Like I'm like, that's about nothing. Chrome heart, yo, bro, chrome heart glasses. What about the chrome heart glasses? The chrome heart glasses with like the silver, them things is thousands of dollars, bro. For eyewear, chrome hearts. Thousands of dollars, bro. Ain't nobody feeling yeah, what type of kicks I should wear? Buy some joints off the clearance rack for 30, call it a day. Come on, bro. $35. I call it a day, homie. Me, I'm laughing to the bank with my bank account. As long as I feel comfortable, I'm alright. Like, like I don't gotta wear the best clothes no more. I'm learning that. Like, I don't gotta dress the best. As long as I'm warm, I'm okay. As long as I'm warm, I'm okay, bro. And I keep more money in my pocket, man. I'm alright. I like Chrome Hearts is one of my favorite brands. It's an expensive brand. It could be a favorite, but to me, it's too expensive. It's too extravagant. Chrome Hearts, like anything, like business. They raise the price when there's a demand for it. Like with computer parts, like like the graphics cards and all of that. There's a huge demand for graphics cards right now. So in business, it's very predatory. Because people in business, the traditional practice is when people running for demand, they raise the price. So now the price on graphics cards is through the roof. It was a point you couldn't get no PS5s because millions of people was rushing for the PS5. So what people do? They raise the price on the PS5. So now they're selling it for $1,000 and that's predatory, bro. So the minute Chrome Hearts come out with a new, anything popular and, people run into it by the millions, the price is going to be through the roof. So Chrome Hearts price is through the roof because there's a huge demand for it. How much the brand new Air Forces, when I was doing sneakers, bro, the Air Forces was at least $100, bro. $100. Jordans was $120. Now, a pair of Jordans is like $250. A pair of Air Forces right now, probably like $200. But my Air Forces was plain, and I would go to a custom artist, and He would paint all kind of designs on my Air Forces. But at one point, Jordans was only 120. Yeah, I used to love Air Forces. Yeah. I don't rock none of that stuff no more. Air Forces, Jordans, I don't rock none of that stuff. I'm vintage. I'm old school. You know? You know what? I want people to see me that way. Air Force, yeah, I had to kick the habit too. I had to kick the habit. 300 for Air Forces in Russia. Yeah, see? They treat Air Forces like Jordans out there. Because a pair of Jordans out here is like 250, 300, sometimes 400. And he keep dropping them every month. Refurbished sneakers every month. And people don't see that. People don't see that. Every month, Jordan is dropping refurbished sneakers. I bought this Complete Survival book for $5. Super knowledgeable, bro. I bought it for exactly. You say you bought a book for $5, and I guarantee you, it could sell for $50, $100. That's what I do. I buy low, and I'm always thinking, all right, man, if I don't need this no more, I might go into just invest my little money, go find a little book, you know what I'm saying, find some artwork. Because I seen a video where somebody bought an artwork off the Goodwill, and it turned out to be worth millions of dollars. So I'm always in the Goodwill looking for that $1 million piece, bro. Because I know people are ignorant, and they'll just throw away millions of dollars into the world. The whole world is full of money that people throw away. They throw away money in the trash. They throw away their coins. They throw away their dollars. They throw away lottery tickets that, come on, bro. Keep it in pristine condition. Yeah, definitely. Double. That's why, that's why I do some stuff. That's why I might buy something and put it to the side, because I know the flip coming. I buy for low, sell for high. Like right now, I got to go to the post office and ship out this item. I got to go to the post office and ship out that. And when I come back, I got another. See, this is pristine condition. Now, this right here, this is pristine condition. I just sold one of these. So, this one is looking to sell next. This is pristine condition, stuff like this. This what I'm focused on. Valuable stuff, man. Pristine condition items, you know what I mean? And the one I got is a Jane doll. Like no matter the size of it, I could ship it out. So anything big, it don't matter. I got boxes for every size. Big boxes. I got big boxes. I got small boxes. I got everything. I got little small boxes to put the little small items. I got everything ready to go. So I invest in buying items to resell. Cause I'm looking for that $1 million, cause I know people broke. People leave money in a couch, bro. Like some dude bought a couch, and when he brought that couch home, he found $80,000 in a couch. How about a dresser? Somebody bought a dresser. They brought it home, and they found money in the dresser. Like, is money, it's like, people, like I capitalize off people's ignorance when it comes to buying items, and when it comes to, me getting a flip, and you gotta capitalize. Yeah, bro. And guess what the fool did? But he was a fool. He gave the money back. He gave the money back. It was some square guy, he gave the money back. I'm not. I bought it as is. So anything as is, as I bought this comes with me. So anything in this couch is mine. I'm not gonna feel no way. I'm not gonna feel guilty because before you sell the couch, you're supposed to check the couch. If you got $80,000 lying around, you got money. If you could forget that you got $80,000, you don't need it. I don't forget $5. Like, I don't forget that I got $5. So if I could forget that I got $80,000 in a couch, you don't need that money. 6:40 p.m. Yo, Draco, I appreciate you for tapping in, man. Appreciate you, man. It's 6:40 over there. What time it is over here? It's 6:40 over there. What time it is here? I gotta head to the post office. The post office opened up at 10:30. So the post office opened up 12 minutes ago. It's 10:42. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you 8 hours ahead. Yeah, you 8 hours ahead. Yo, hold it down, man. Yes, sir. But you know, like, if you forgot you got $80,000 in the couch, you forgot you got $80,000 lying around, you don't need that money. You don't need $80,000. If you could forget about it, sure. You know what I'm saying? So, what about, could I pay attention? What about a lady who picked up a painting off the street? Like the lady seeing a painting that somebody threw out. Somebody threw out the painting. And she seen the painting. She said, it's a nice painting. And she took the painting home. And she did her research and she found out the painting was worth millions of dollars. So somebody threw out millions of dollars on the street. This happens every day. So I capitalize in a capitalist society on ignorant people who throw money out. They just, so that's stories that more, I'm like, damn. $1 million painting was sitting in the street and a lot of people walk past it, until one lady say, "Bam, that's mine. I'm going to take this." Get it appraised and see millions of dollars. You could be rich overnight. That's the beauty of this thing. You could go to sleep poor, and that's the last days of your poorness. The next day you wake up, you into money for the rest of your life. So, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be ready for it. And a lot of people is not ready for the education. Because you got to educate yourself before you get money. You know what I'm saying? You got to be financially educated. Because once you get money, what you going to do first? What's the first thing you're going to do? Buy a car? Buy a big house? Wrong. That's not what you should do first. You got to invest. You got to flip. Flip that 3-4 times, then get a car. Flip a couple more times, then you get a nice place or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the flip first, you got to have a return on your investment. ROI, return on investment. So, business, man. That's all I know is business. And I move business. Invest some more. Definitely. Investing is the key, bro. Investing stocks. You could do some good stocks. Now, stocks give you annuity payments, bro. They could pay you for the rest of your life. You got this, you got that. You got people living off stocks. What about silver? Forget gold. Silver is the best investment. Silver stays at one. Gold go up and down. Gold go up and down, up and down, up and down. Silver, bam, right there. And what about investing in vending machines? Vending machines get you residual income that's guaranteed, because people always gonna drink beverage. They're always gonna drink beverage. So if you got a vending machine full of Pepsi, full of water, full of all of the name brand beverages, people gonna buy from your your machine every day. People are gonna buy from your machine every day. And you might ask, how do you get a machine? Facebook Marketplace. Go look up Facebook Marketplace. They selling them. You get it. Then you go to Costco. You go to here and there, and you fill up the machine. And you put it in different storefronts. And what about an ATM machine? Now, an ATM machine is good too, but get a vending machine first. Let that flip, because you can make buku cash off that. Then you could get a vending machine. No, I mean an ATM machine. You know, I see a lot of young people who own their own ATM machines. Because I got storefronts. And the ATM machine guy, he's young. And he comes in the storefront. He fills up the ATM machine. And he goes about his business. Salute to him. And he, you know what I mean? He owns that. He comes into the storefront. And he fills it up when we need. You know, we'll call him, yo, we need, boom, you know what I mean? Or he'll check the machine. Or check the computer. And he knows when he got to come and refill the money. Yeah, if you start spending it, that's the problem, bro. That's the problem. You know, like, people don't take the time to sit on the bench and learn the game. You got to learn the game by sitting on the bench. You can't be in the game and think you're going to know. You're going to make mistakes. You got to learn. That's why, like, a lotto winner, they the worst with their money. Like, anybody who wins a lot of money in the lotto, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go broke in 3 to 4 years. They're going to go broke in 3 to 4 years, because if you play, you're going to win. So before you play, educate yourself on what you need to do, on when to take the lump sum and when not to take the lump sum, what to do and what not to do to stretch your money. See, I took the education. So when I win, it's just natural, baby. You know what I mean? So you got to educate yourself. So when you win, it's natural. So, you know, you don't fumble your bag. You don't mess up your bag, bro. But, you know, you're going to escape their position. Their position. And then what about the person who can't say no? Because a lot of people, when they get a lot of money, they can't say no. And a person is not going to say, yo, that's enough money. You know, you don't got to give me anymore. Me, you know, I would do that. But I'm the exception. The average person going to take till you got nothing. You got to learn to say no. You got to learn to say no. But I'm going to holler at y'all. Yo, Cool Water. I appreciate you for being in the building. Y'all appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. But let me head to the post office and ship this out. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. We're going to get back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a great, amazing day. Let me go ship this out before that place get packed. Because that place do be packed in the post office. Yo, Cool Water. Salute to you, man. But yeah, man, let me get this out, come back. And I got to do more listing. You know, that's what my days consist of. To the post office and back. That's it. To the post office and back. You know what I mean? And that's all I want. I don't want to do nothing else. You know, I don't want to be in your way. I don't want to step on your toes. I'm like a ninja. And what a ninja do? Ninja vanish quickly without trace. So, you know, that's how I move, like a ninja. You know, if you see me, it's too late. Know what I'm saying? But y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me go ship this out and get some nice fresh air. You know, I just bought this coat. This is a brand new coat. I just bought this, and you know, like this logo, it reminds me of the Chris Webber sneakers. Now the Webber has some sneakers. Now this logo, you know, it does remind me of the Webbers. Damn. Yo, I had some crazy, the Webbers, I had the Pennies, I had the Barclays, I had all them sneakers, man. You couldn't tell me nothing. But now, I don't want to hear nothing about it. But back then, you couldn't tell me nothing. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.